Watching cartoons separates you from others.
So yeah, man, long story short, this is a bread stacking summer for me. The goal is to make as much money as humanly possible so that I can actually withstand the following semesters to come. Because I'm going to need money for food, various dance items, as well as some acting stuff. I'm getting a tablet because I'm thinking about abandoning all of my black and white books and just typing everything and putting photos, because that has been helping me actually memorize things a lot better. Because when it
You
comes
still using textbooks?
black and white books, they have ebooks that they send us, but then I want to be able to add the pictures and the descriptions they're having with some of my notes. I also make my own notes. I make my own notes and combine my notes, combine the knowledge and combine the technique, and I feel it makes it more me or tailored towards me. So it's easier for me to do what I do because I'm me.
For sure. And let's officially start the show, because that was just like a whole interlude. So, welcome to another episode of Tool for Cartoons. It is I, the awesome Godfather, Jesse Sama, joined by
Gabriel.
Hero Decimus.
Gabriel for now. Hero Decimus is on.
Is on hiatus.
He's actually on vacation. He saw the sun and he was like, I can't save y'all from that. And it actually made him very depressed because, he really is just a man. He trying his best. So he's going to be off hiatus for a little while. Who is coming is the homie Eustace, one of my pirate homies. Don't mind me. Don't mind him. He's on the way. He's used to the sun. Well, no, he's used to the sun. He wears sleeveless shirts a lot, so the sun doesn't bother him much. But
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, fire!
Watching cartoons separates you from others.
yeah.
For sure. So now what we have today, we have a bit of run now. We shifting some things around. How's everybody been?
So far, so good. I mean, like we all said, we was kind of just getting punch up from paying bills and money and all that stuff.
I
And life. And
I'm living off with $12 right now. And a good percentage of it got eaten by the bus. And I ain't gonna lie, the first bus ride was fine. The second one genuinely had me scared for my life because every time he gets to a certain speed, it's them bus seats with this. It's not the seat. After he gets to third gear, because I see him hit that. After I see that, the bus does it makes you lay back. And that happened every time he decided to go up in speed. People on the road was doing shenanigans. He was all around just being impatient. I'm not easily shaken up when I'm on the bus because I normally sit somewhere where I know for a fact in the event that there is an accident, I have a chance of actually surviving. But with all the accidents going on in Nassau, I genuinely am scared. I don't want to go out like that. It makes me sad.
For sure.
But then you think with the sadness going on in the country they say is happening, people would be a bit more careful and, studious on the road. No, they're actually doing worse things. And it's not that I don't care, but with every bad accident that happens, I'm getting more and more desensitized. I'm not like, oh no, anymore. I'm just like, another one?
Right?
Can y'all stop killing each other for just 5 minutes?
But for real, bro, people have been driving extremely horrible.
Carelessly.
Because it's like, I always just be around about why people's driving in the middle of the road. It's like, bro, you have a side of the road, even if the road tight.
Right.
Stay on your side. Why you in the middle of the road?
I was trying to avoid a bumper. You want to avoid a bump by hitting another car?
Yeah.
You're not weighing these options properly.
And then people, everybody, I think we talked about this before, how people don't take the right angle turn into a corner. They cut the corners. So you can easily clip the front of somebody's car, bro.
Me off. They literally turn you in the next lane in the corner, bro.
Yeah, it's you going straight, but then instead of going up and making the right turn, you swerve it.
Because most people buying their license. I thought that stopped, but no, because I thought it stopped because when it was my time and I failed my driver's license the first time, I was like, oh yeah, I'm about to get this. Failed it immediately. And then I said, Mommy, I could buy it. They don't do that no more, Shani. I went in to do it the second time. I passed. But after that, my friend said, I bought my license, but I say, so they only selling it to you then? I must work hard. I must party and park like a boss. But you could just throw $50 at the man and say, hey, give me that. And he give it to you? I wish.
This is probably
I wish, babe.
No, but I really think because a lot of people can't drive.
Oh, no, they can't.
Like just doing garbage in the road, you trying to overtake, you're slowing down where you ain't supposed to slow down, doing whatever. I remember even driving today, these two cars, he coming up the corner. He ain't looking for where I going. I had to honk the horn to say, okay, bro, I coming. Then they somehow basically slowed down the whole two carryway traffic lane. And then the next car is allowed to get in front. So I'm like, I hope they ain't trying to do something like jump in the car with a gun and should be like, babe, you honking your horn at me? Because I'm like, bro, this looks suspicious.
He's scared.
Y'all have it. Y'all crawling, and this Beatrice Avenue. So you go on the Charles W. on this highway. Why y'all crawling on this way, slowing down, slowing all this traffic? And I just like, I got K in the car. I say, wait, I ain't gonna bust a turn, bro, because I ain't know what these niggas doing.
Dog, that's why I keep telling people traffic is not real. Some potato is up front doing foolishness, because that.
Yeah.
That would I would have turned off too, because what you mean? You ain't good. I'm not nobody. With all the foolishness going on, a shootout?
Yeah.
I
No,
would be
even
present
through
for
my
that.
corner a couple of Sundays where I stopped going the direction to get out. This way, I turn into my corner, right? Imagine this the corner. I turn it into the corner. I just see this Honda speeding now, coming out in the opposite lane before I turn it, and then cut in front of the car on the left side. I'm like, what the hell going on? This way up, but you still explain, but what is going on?
Oh my, no, son. I don't believe you played. I don't believe any of that.
I was like, wait, this way ain't serious. I was like, bro, you come. The speed behind this way, jick your car, and it's like, you know what? Let me hear you go around this car. Because I know if this way, but to pull out.
Got to get the heck out of
Dodge.
Dodge.
Start shooting, bro. So it's like, you speed down, and then his girlfriend trying to calm him down. It's like, well, you take your speed, you just start that now. Then, a following Sunday, coming down the opposite way again. I wondering why this long road traffic taking so long to come up this corner. And next way, all it is, but you was having the dog parky car. I hop on the car and just start pacing up and down the street, bro. I was like, let me turn around and go the next way. I ain't coming this way no more. Because every Sunday around a certain time, something y'all always going
Sunday.
crazy, bro.
Dog.
I was like, no. I was like, I dead good. And then the Sunday after that, that's when the whole island-wide blackout happened.
Wait, that
and I
fade.
sweat.
I was hot. I was so mad.
Literally, eh?
Because it cut off, and I say, normally current cut off like 0.5 seconds of my house and then cut back on.
Yeah.
It wasn't cutting back on. And you know, like, when you got an AC in your house and you start to feel that air slowly peter out and the hot air from outside coming in, and like, babe, am I gonna die in this house? I think I'm gonna die in this house. I thought it was just gonna be maybe 5 hours max. Nightfall, the island is pitch black. I on Michael Road. The light on the park ain't even on. Everybody in the Grammy roaming the streets because ain't nothing to do in the house when the electricity is out.
Yeah, for sure.
I say, let me go out there and grab one daiquiri. I didn't get the daiquiri.
Why?
It was too much people on the road. I felt I'm used to being the only person on the road in the dead of night when ain't nobody here. It's dark, but you could still look down the street and you could see the line of people. It ain't like a crazy line, but it's people who obviously leave the house at different times. And I'm like, hey, why y'all out? I know ain't nothing to do at home, but go back. I want a daiquiri. The line was long too, so I said, I'm not doing all that. It made me sad. I couldn't bathe. I couldn't
if you was
sleep.
trying to get fast food that day,
That didn't make no sense. But
no, because that line was long.
Yeah, because everybody was
I don't
on
know
it.
why the gas station line was
What?
long too, bro.
Yeah, come to the back.
Out of nowhere.
The gas station line long because they no one stay in their house. You know where the AC does work? The car.
God.
That's the only place. I'd stay in that too.
Must depend.
I'd stay in that too.
I was like, why is the first thing go to the gas station? Electricity is off. I want to say, go to PI, go to watch a film or something.
See,
you is
and
number 5.
I want to go to these places, but because current off, there's a popular hotspots. I just expect people to be. I went to Fusion that night because it was my close friend's birthday, and I thought Fusion was gonna be packed. Long story short, Fusion had the same amount of people it would normally have on a random, what day that was? Sunday? Saturday?
Yeah,
no, it was
Sunday.
Sunday?
Yeah.
It didn't have a lot of people. So I say, if they're not here, where's everyone? I think everyone was actually on the beach. Because it's outside, it's cool, the water's nice. It was perfect beach weather. It was nice to be at the beach that day. I just didn't go because I had a birthday party. I turned down a chance to be at a millionaire's pool to go to my friend's birthday. If you're watching this, I don't ever want to hear no questions about my loyalty. I told him I can't make it because it's my homie birthday. I do that for you. I don't want to hear nothing. Nothing.
No,
But it was
but-
hot that day.
No, and every line, fast food line was long. Especially like down, I wouldn't say out east, well, probably more so. Because people, because I wanted a pizza. So everything Carmichael Road wise, to Soldier, like, mash.
And y'all don't take it too hard to be getting us angry and crashing out. I'm like, guys, I
Burn out all the
the
energy.
heat has made me chill.
Yeah.
The situation was supposed to piss me off and I'll be foaming at the mouth. And just like, you know what, boy?
It just
Break
too
it
hot
further.
out, right?
It serves no purpose to me now. Just break it. It's okay. Here, I'll help. Stomp on it with him. So go do what you want to do. I don't have time. Nobody. I just want to be a chill guy. Puts hand in pocket.
Right?
Yeah, but I think most of the time the human condition, people are constantly getting worse. We are getting desensitized, and it's like we really just be careless with life, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, cause it's like we think everything is some simulation that you could respawn or whatever. It's like, well, no, bro, you can't respawn. So you gotta tread lightly.
Honest to cheese, I'd cry. My worst nightmare is if reincarnation real. I can't Scooby-Dooby-Doo this crap. No, I'm not. Nobody. Like, Lord forbid, something happened to me right now. I wake up in an emergency room, lights. I'm like, no. I'm not doing this again. What do you mean? How old are you? He was just born. Oh. I gone from 23 to 0. Oh, Lord. I can cry.
No, but that'd be crazy. What if reincarnation was real? And like you would have to be born
It is.
as
What life
a
this is
different
we in right
gender
now,
and
technically.
nationality. Huh?
I say if it is, what life this is we in right now, technically. This might be our 5th life.
Oh, in reference to that, if this is the 5th one, I could probably get through reincarnation. I just being dramatic. You know what'll really scare me right here, right now?
What?
I wake up and I back in grade 7.
Yeah, that'd scare me too, bro.
It scared me for like the first 5 minutes, but after I realized, hold on, the bad things happen yet? And then I watch my bully slap my food out of my hand, I'd be like, they haven't happened yet. That means I can punch this guy now. And because I've lived the way I live, I know how to fight.
Right.
I can beat this guy.
So you would
I will
want-
be filled with hope.
So you would want to be reincarnated with your constant, your current consciousness.
With all the education I have now, I could redo this again. Bring me back to age 5, but I'd be the I'd be the first famous 5-year-old. But
Really?
I'd be a beast.
Yeah.
I'd be predicting things because I see the king's voice. I tell MJ, hey, don't do that commercial with Pepsi. Don't do that.
Don't do that.
Why not? Why you telling me not to do that? Hear me out. My name is Gabriel. I'm the angel warning you. Don't do
No,
the
but the thing
commercial.
about it is when you was in 5, that was 2007, that was 2 years before he died.
Yeah.
And I was only born in 2002. Oh, no, I could not. Wait,
Yeah,
no.
that's another thing.
Yeah.
Wait. What if I was reborn earlier? Like, how much early? Was he alive in 2002?
Yeah.
Yeah, Michael, yeah.
I would have
but
to
the
walk
Pepsi,
at him at
the
age
Pepsi
1.
commercial thing, anything happened at 8. Yeah, it was a,
Dang it.
That was
Yeah.
before I was born.
I can't save that. But I
you
still
can't
would
save that.
go walk to him at age 1. Don't do the Pepsi commercial. That already happened. Don't listen to that doctor. He'll put something in you and you ain't gonna wake up and the world's gonna be sad. I'm gonna be sad too because I'm a huge fan.
Amazing.
Yeah. Sad things.
So we while we waiting on that, when I was taking the call, that was Archie making her way here. But
She don't know how to find this place?
no, she said she can't remember, and I just sent a pin, and they came a different way.
Shame on her.
So shame.
That
So-
just reminded me to notify my ride. We say this could be done by what?
No, we wait. Oh no, we in
7:54.
Yeah, 40 minutes.
Yeah, next 40 minutes.
So-
Shoot that later, man.
As she makes her way in, I tell her the door. No one locked the door, right?
I don't know how. So
Yeah,
All right.
I came in last, but I didn't lock it.
Yeah, just
Still check it.
just check it, see if she covered it, and tell
I
her
believe it's
don't
open.
make no noise,
'Cause I don't
just
know how
jump right
to
in.
unlock it.
So shout out to Kate. Oh, well, we didn't get to a community announcement yet. I save all the different segments for last. So we can talk about the topics first. Today's topic. We'll be talking and uncovering cults.
We.
Yes. We ain't just talking about the mystify, whatever cults. We talking about the social cults, the cult-like followings, all these different things. The things even in Bahamian culture that they would say is a cult. Like, even with it, when it comes to like political parties or civic organizations, or even educational institutions.
Homie, why you doing the things? Why not? I feel what you're doing. Stop that. No, we're not a cult. We all genuinely just like performing, and we actually have a place to do it. It's better than literally any and everything else.
So
it's keeping evil.
Let me ask you a question. Are there two different people in the world?
What?
Are there two different people in the world?
What kind of question is that?
No, there's one cult that says that. They actually have a whole campus on the hill. Where your campus is? By the lake?
It ain't on the hill. It ain't by the lake. It ain't on the hill and it ain't by the lake. If that helps you. No.
Oh, man.
We don't have. I was gonna say we ain't got no cults, but I recently discovered one. I forgot the name. They claim Christianity, but
I don't know who that is.
yeah, I only discovered them because I saw a UB thing and then during that same week, I discovered a guy who shall remain nameless, and he said, "You should come to my church." I was on the bus getting to number 16, the cat right behind home, and he said, "You should come to my church." I say, I ain't gonna lie. At this moment in time, I was depressed, and I feel as if I was looking for a sign from the Lord. That man got me while I was vulnerable. And
so you went to his church?
No, I didn't.
Oh,
but I asked a friend to take me there. And when she said, he dropped a location, I say, no, you know. Where you going? I know. And after that, we just didn't go. And then she said, Gabe, yeah, that was a cult. I said, oh. When you was gone, well, I didn't. I thought the Lord was. I said, you know what?
The Lord might have been speaking.
No, I don't think he was.
Hold on, so with this. Anyway, we can get into with the scripture.
They claim Christianity, but they worship some other thing. I'm not even gonna research it. I don't want to look back. That was a dark time in my life. It's one of the dark times. I don't want to look at it no more. I'm free now. I'm doing better. I'm jacked. I'm eating good. Pockets drenched. Pockets healthy.
Yes.
Racks and racks and racks on racks.
Racks on racks on racks.
Too much money. More money than money. Money owed me money. Money falling on the floor. Money in my shirt. Oh shoot, money in my shirt. Sorry, that was me, man.
Hooray! All right. You can just join in. So we just Archie just came in. She just getting situated. You can just hop on in. That's good. You can sit right there on that stool. All right.
This is my friend Jamal.
Hello, Jamal.
Hello, Jamal.
That's good. So we having people crash.
Sorry, I was supposed to tell you it was for
I mean, it's fine.
Is that camera on me?
So,
So what we talking about?
now we talking about we just started the cult discussion. So, first question: what's the first cult that comes to mind when you hear about cults?
Did we define a cult?
The Akatsuki.
No, not yet. That's the second question, Archie.
Okay.
So, yeah, go ahead.
Me?
Yeah.
Like Gabe
What
answered.
cult? You said the
Nah.
Akatsuki?
I actually, my contract stipulates this episode isn't about me. It's actually meant for you too. So I'm probably gonna talk a lot less now. That's why I'm doing this.
Wait, you wear glasses?
No.
So,
Are they just for fashion
you won't have
then?
to move the light.
They help maintain and keep the light out of my eyes.
So, okay.
UV.
No, because when it comes to mine, and probably lower it. And when it comes to my mind, when it was the whole cult
Damn.
angle or whatever.
Yes.
There's so much different things. Because you like we was talking about the last episode. Anything could be a cult.
Yes.
Yeah. Like
So I just want to apologize in advance because we're talking about cults because of me, and there's probably going to
Love to double
be
like.
a lot of trigger warnings on this episode
Not all the panels are.
because cults aren't all light and fluffy. So some of the ones you picked to talk about, they real dark. Jeez.
Nah, like too bright.
Oh, but she's dark. She's dark and the thing. That.
I've never been dark a day in my life for sure. That's better. Yes.
Yeah, she still look darker than ever. That the camera, you might as well just punch it. There. Leave it there.
I'll grin and bear it.
I'll just raise it.
Yeah.
So,
Okay, so what is not what is a cult? What's the first cult that comes to mind? Man, there's so many cults. There's so many
cults,
cults.
what comes to your mind?
That's what I'm saying. Because I also I love cults. I love researching and looking at cults. And then today, because we were talking about cults, I started doing some research. So I'm going to say the Branch Davidians because that's the last documentary I watched before I left home.
Oh, what?
The Branch Davidians.
Okay, so what's that?
Okay, we come into that.
No, I asked you now. What is the Branch Davidians?
Okay, so the Branch Davidians. Have you ever heard of Waco, Texas?
Yeah.
The Waco, Texas.
That's the one, the people who drink the Kool-Aid, or?
No, that's Heaven's Gate.
Okay.
No. I lie.
No.
Heaven's Gate drank Kool-Aid, but when you're thinking about Kool-Aid drinking, you're thinking of Jonestown. It wasn't Kool-Aid, it was Flavor Aid. Games, please. So, Branch Davidians was run by David Koresh, and we're gonna get more into some later. But basically, what happened is he told his followers that he was Christ. Which, as we talk about cults, you're gonna realize a lot of these dudes, because 90% of cults are run by dudes. And most leaders of cults, usually they Christ, they a prophet, they some sort of spiritual being that's come, da-da-da-da-da. And he told them he was Christ, and, they were meant to follow him, and it was going to be this big apocalypse, and they were going to have, the feds were going to come at them, and they were going to have a shootout, and then, it was going to be the apocalypse, and they were going to come back in charge of God's avenging army. So they were, stockpiling weapons, and the feds found out, and was like, yeah, we got to go raid you, but they got a tip-off about the raid, and so they had a 50-day standoff shootout with the ATF agents, which resulted in, a lot of people dying and injured. It was crazy.
Yeah, because what happens a lot of times when there's couple the cults, when you see oftentimes when they start getting sort of criminal, because I think you could safely do a cult.
There's no safe way to do a cult. It's always criminal.
I'm saying the ones that still exist.
Right.
You
have a safe way to do a cult.
Yeah, because,
There's no safe cults.
no, because when they
Tell me what you mean then.
Yeah, because basically, because you could say a lot of different organizations have some cult or whatever the case may be, but that's when you sort of make it into a rectifiable organization to where it don't involve starvation and human trafficking. And
a cult is a particular thing, and I'm gonna make sure I have the exact.
Give us the definition of cult.
Could you get off my bear, please? Thank you. All right. So I don't want to just be flinging out definitions. So I'm gonna make sure I have the exact definition of what a cult is. Mm-hmm. Talk amongst yourselves.
So part of what is a cult definition? Actually, we at that point. So
we are okay.
Yeah. So as Archie is looking up the definition.
Thank you. A cult is a group or movement with extreme devotion to a person, idea, or object. And a cult is usually a highly controlled group. Is highly controlled. It's not like your regular religion. You have religious cults. And all religions, I can get for this, have some level of cultish behavior, especially when you get into fundamental religion, Islam, Christianity, etc. But it is highly controlled. The leader usually controls what their members can do. You control what they eat, what they think, when they sleep, their finances, who they associate with. Everything is towards the cult. And one big thing of a cult is if you're doing well, if everything is going great in your life, it's because of the cult. But if everything is falling apart, it's because of you and you're just not devoted enough. That's how they start the brainwashing. It starts with the love bombing.
You've been reading this thing because that's what on this run show. Yeah, with the love bombing and information control, fear manipulation.
I'm gonna
but with the basically with the description she has, that sounds like a lot of things.
Right?
Not quite.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I say it could be a way. Well. Yeah, because you could be super devoted to.
That's why I say every
that's obsession.
Yeah. So for instance, religion, right? Religion is obviously a set of beliefs. Now,
Did they get them?
every religion is gonna have like the splinter cells or different sects that are a little, I can't curse on this podcast, a little batty. Like you have, for instance, if you look at Christianity, right? You have fundamental Christians, and they really hardcore. And then if you look at Mormonism, which I don't want to say Mormons is a cult, but they extreme. They extreme, and like with Mormons, they don't watch certain things. They don't drink alcohol. They don't consume caffeine. But then you have you have different types of Mormons. You have the FLDS, which is the fundamental Mormons, which is a Warren. You know who Warren Jeff is, right?
The name sounds familiar.
So Warren Jeff was this. They had a compound way out in Utah. Mormons
Utah
love
is,
Utah.
Yeah,
They love it. Well, Utah is
City,
because I think it has something to do with Joseph Smith, their founder.
Yeah.
That's where he settled. So Utah is big Mormon city, just like Clearwater, Florida is big Scientology city. They're a cult. But so basically FLDS had their compound somewhere up in the mountains or whatever, Utah. I could be wrong. And his father was the prophet. His father died and he became the prophet. And whatever the prophet says goes. So the prophet told them once again what to wear. So women must be modest. Their hair had to look a certain way. The prophet, and you find this a lot in cults, they choose who you are going to marry. They tend to to put their members together. So who you're going to marry, who you're going to affiliate with. And for the FLDS, they believe in polygamy. So he had something 12, 13, 14 wives and 60 children. He is locked up now though, because what he had a thing to do with, trigger warning, he likes young girls. And when I say young, I mean 8, 9.
So he was a pedophile.
Yeah. You find a lot of cult leaders are. A lot of cult leaders are.
Well, see, that's why I say that's why they would be getting in trouble, because there's always some sexual human trafficking or carrying arms or
you can't
junks.
really have a safe cult because a lot of times it's about
Okay, so what do you
power
call?
control.
What you have to say about that?
Okay, safe cults are business
No,
cults.
not in the real world. I was gonna say the only cult I know about that I think about whenever I think about the whole idea of cults is, y'all ever played Pokemon Black, White, Black 2, or Black and White?
Yeah.
You remember Team Plasma?
Say something?
Team Plasma's whole ideal was they wanted to separate people from Pokemon. And initially as a kid, I didn't understand as to why. But as I actually watch these shows, it's basically the equivalent of making animals fight.
Yeah.
So when they say we want people away from Pokemon, I was like, why? They love doing this.
Yeah.
Watching any Pokemon take a full power focus punch to the face, I don't think they're enjoying this. The fighting types probably are, because most of the fighting types are martial artists. We can be honest with that. But all of them are not enjoying fighting. And I look at Team Black, they weren't safe. They made a castle erupt sometime out of the Elite Four in the game. They showed it off in the movie. They had Pokemon punching the living daylights out of people. How much they wanted to separate people from Pokemon, which was also ironic because for people that wanted people to be separate from Pokemon, Team Plasma always had Pokemon. So I'm like, do you guys accomplish your goal and then release your Pokemon in the wild and say, here, leave. I never knew you. We ain't friends. We ain't cool. We ain't cool. You made that thing killed several people. Y'all are in this together. When you get arrested, that Purloin's going to jail too. So's that Liepard. I'm not Gothitelle, because that's what they always rolling with.
I really love that Job and literally ran the rundown.
No, this is just what I have
No,
in
but
my mind.
let's Team Plasma is on there.
Oh, I didn't read that. I didn't read that.
And then wait. Archie was talking about earlier. Well, no, the Far Cry 5 is something totally different. But anyway.
So, I will mention, if you guys want to check out stuff related to cults, a YouTube channel I follow is Fundy Friday. She talks a lot about fundamental Christian stuff, and some cults come up. Check out Steve Hassan. He actually used to be in a cult. He used to be in the Sun Moon Young. That's it. Sun Moon Young cult, or the Moonies. And
I heard about the Moonies before.
They're crazy. He said, he was so deep in it. If they had told him to pick up an AK-47 and take everybody out, he would have done it. That's how hardcore he was. And he spent a lot of years like, pulling people out of cults, and he teaches Darvo. He wasn't the one that coined it. It was coined by, let me give this woman a credit, Dr.
Professor Fittenbach, Calamities.
Dr. Jennifer Fried, however. So Darvo
Freud, probably.
Sigmund. Mr.
stands for deny, attack, reverse, victim, and offender. So deny, the perpetrator flatly denies the abuse, behavior, or facts ever happened. So this could apply. Cult, basically being in a cult is like being in an abusive relationship.
Yeah.
That's basically what it is. Except is mass abusive, a mass abusive relationship. So, like, you love cult leaders will deny, like, they will deny if anybody's like, oh, that's a cult. And you're doing this, and this. So they'll tell them, no, we're not. Girl, what? They lying. Or they'll tell people, that's not what we do. We're a movement. We're a group, and y'all just persecuting us because blah, 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 blah. And part of that is they also love bomb their members, like, in the beginning, because a lot of people feel like anybody could be a part of a cult.
Because I think most people just want community. And
that's what, like how you said with students being a family community. It's not just, some people are caught in like vulnerable moments and people are like, oh, well, it's because you gullible. It depends on what it is, because you have cults about everything. You have, like, for instance, Scientology, you have MLMs, which is multi-level marketing. Those are business cults. You could have exercise cults. You could have a cult cults for like anything you believe in. These people you want a sense of community, you want a belief, and if you're like not feeling that confident, and like, I mean, use Gabe as an example, say like no, I'm just using because you're sitting there looking at you.
This guy.
Say for instance, Gabe likes to work out, right? So you meet some dude at the gym, right? And this dude is like, he's always boosting you up. I know nothing about the gym. Gabe, so you look good and da-da-da.
Bootlicking will never get you any attention from me.
No.
Is that camera on me? Bootlicking will never get you any attention from me.
No.
Keep going.
I'm not saying bootlicking.
That's what that is? Yeah, babe. You so ripped, babe. You so ripped, babe.
No. They don't come like
my
that.
shoes are clean enough. Stop licking the bottom
like that. They'll be like, hey, they see you've been doing so great, and like, da-da-da-da, and we have like an exercise group or...
That's nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Excellent. Like, they'll start... So they hype you up and they tell you all these good things about yourself, and they love bomb you, especially... they'll do that too, because like,
exactly
for instance,
that's exactly why ain't no culture like me. Is it paid?
So
always talking about money, man.
So like, okay, for instance, Scientology is big in LA. Yeah. So what they do, like, and it's not, oh, hey, we have cult classes. It'll be like, hey, you're an actor. We have, classes that'll help you when you go on auditions, which are like self-confidence. We have these acting classes, or we have these seminars to boost confidence and stuff like that. So that's how you get sucked in. And then you start whatever. And a lot of times with cults, right, you start spending money, because it's like... oh, the seminar is free. And then the next one, oh, you got to pay this amount. Now, see, that'll get me out of a cult, because, like, I'm not gullible enough, but I am nosy enough, but I also ain't spending my money. When you start talking about $2,000 for a class,
no,
sir, no.
Not me. Stop making you spend money. Stop making me spend money. That'll make me live. I can't afford y'all.
We're just going to do generic cult. So, you have a belief system. Mm-hmm. Like, we're gonna use, for instance, such a dumb cult. You've heard of? It's a very recent cult. Nature Boy and like carbonation, melanation. Gabe knows my laughing.
I only know a little bit about Nature Boy. I can't
say
the audio here.
So he was like the nude, not Jack Van Gundy, the crocodile wrestler. Like, it's a black dude, right?
He's a black dude. He's in a crocodile.
I never heard about this.
Strange, boy. We got a TikTok audio. I reiterate a lot of audios in my time. I could never say what Nature Boy to say out loud, because they will put me under the jail.
Yes.
Because if you hear it, hold on, babe. Y'all, babe.
Play one. I want Gabe to play one.
Babe. Archie, finish what you're saying.
Okay, so I'm gonna finish the Darvo. So it's right. So moving on from that, and then it's attack. So attack the credibility, intelligence, motives, or character of the person confronting them. So anytime they have critics, they'll say, oh, y'all just hate me, y'all just whatever, and they'll say that to their followers too. Y'all just, don't listen to them. They don't want you to be a part of this, and that's part of isolation comes into that too. Like, they don't want you to be a part of this, so like they always attacking their critics. And then you have reverse victim and offender. They manipulate the narrative so that they appear to be the actual injured party, making the true victim look like the aggressor. So you have in cults, they'll be like, oh, they persecuting us. Like you had, I could bring up Nature Boy again. It was like, they just persecuting the black man. Because it was very hotep-y.
So this Nature Boy?
No, this ain't Nature Boy, but this is a famous audio of his that was circulated when it dropped in TikTok.
Okay, I'm gonna finish that and then
nobody y'all got it here. Oh my gosh.
So like I'm gonna use the incident with him and his followers. They were in, was it Costa Rica? I think and they were on the bus, right? And the people in Costa Rica was like, listen, y'all been here longer than y'all supposed to be here. We ain't asking y'all to leave. All we want is for y'all, give us your passport. Let's stamp your passport. Y'all good to go. Cool. This dude says, we ain't getting off this bus and y'all ain't stamping our passports because those aren't our real names, because he would change the members' names. Those are our corporate names. Those are our slave names to the government. And so y'all want to brand us like cattle and we ain't getting off this bus. And they were like, okay, if you don't get off the bus, we got to take you off the bus. We say this bus, we're willing to die for this cause. And the thing is, he live streamed everything. And so they yanked him off the bus. It was like a fisticuff or whatever. Dudes hiding in the bus. Some of them they let go. And then like the rest of them, they just lock up in like immigration jail for a little bit. And because...
then people from his camp start snitching?
Oh yeah. He's in jail now for like sex trafficking and some weird other stuff. But... And then because they don't believe in fluoride, so they don't brush their teeth. They don't believe the water coming out of the shower, you can't use that because the government has put that there to strip the nutrients and minerals. It's crazy. And so when they were in immigration jail, they weren't brushing their teeth. They weren't bathing, any of that. So when they were like, Costa Rica was trying to like put them on a plane to send them home, no airline wanted to take them because they smell so bad. So eventually Spirit was like, all right, whatever, let's go. And they shipped them back to the States. But we get more instant brigade. Please introduce us to
this
this
is an audio of something Nature Boy has said, and I think this is one of his motifs.
Is it against women?
No.
Oh, this shit! Ew!
Hold on.
What?
Oh.
No, listen.
I've heard this one.
And that's just a piece of it. It gets worse.
So
and he says worse things as time goes on.
I'm going to expand on that. There was a clip of him because what this dude did, he always talked about, his name is Eligio, however you pronounce his name, Bishop. And
scary crap.
He moved to Costa Rica. Like I said, I'll get more into him later. But basically, he talked about like living off the grid and living in the jungle. I don't know why. Anytime people from the Western world decide that they want to live off the grid and live in nature, they got to come to the Caribbean or Latin America. Or like, cause it makes it look like, oh, we're so primitive, like just come here and people out here like living in the bush. We don't live in the bush. We don't live in nature. We don't do that. We don't go... People in Costa Rica aren't going to live in the jungle and whatnot. But anyway, and they're like, it's so great out here. We just living in the jungle, eating fruit and relaxing. Yeah, because y'all tourists. The rest of us got to go to jobs. But he talked about living off the grid. However, he was online 24/7. He was streaming on Instagram 24/7. So how you telling us to put down our phones, but you always connected to yours? But that clip that Gabe showed, it was one of him talking about how sex is natural and, we should teach kids to be... that sex is natural. There's nothing wrong with like kids being naked around kids. And he was saying how he's naked around his child and that how, he has sex in front of his kids or he has sex with he has more than one baby mother, with his baby mother while she's breastfeeding, and trigger warning, and how, his son will see him after sex, and trigger warning, how his son has... his son has played with his member. He's let his son touch him.
Why? Why?
Because it's natural. We don't know.
He
And
says,
there's-
no, and he says, and I quote, that's how I get down around. He said that exact sentence.
That's how I get around my kids. And when people call
he says,
him,
I try to keep a purity. I said, that's exactly what he said. Wait, look this
he's
brother
right.
up. He says that exact thing.
He
I'm
said
trying to
that.
keep a purity.
he said that's how you
I'm not
keep
going
their
to
purity.
get rid of that purity and
because
cover
by-
myself up. I said,
Because, we were born naked, Adam and Eve, and if you take that away from kids,
Okay, I
that's how they have
understand that.
shame around sex. And I don't know. And then when people's like, brother, you a pedophile, that's gross. I'm not a pedophile. Y'all always want to call somebody a pedophile. This sex is natural. Kids having sex with natural kids.
Kids having sex is natural?
Sex with kids is natural.
Sex with kids is
he
natural?
said
I'm not
I didn't say
affiliated
I
with
was
this
having
episode.
sex with my kids. I just said having
Wow.
sex in front of kids. That doesn't make me a pedophile. If my son touches me or if I touch him, it's like, dude, yes, that's the definition of a pedophile.
these clips you about to get from this way.
So when you get a chance,
fire.
so he's talking about it.
Fire for that.
Hulu has a documentary called The Cult of Nature Boy. But if you really want the nitty gritty and you got time to whilst you're doing something, Hood Horrors has a 42-part documentary on him.
42.
I've only made it to 30, but we gotten away from this.
This girl. Say only made it to 30.
For sure. So what? Okay, let's get off from
You're here to
real
keep us on
world.
track.
Now let's get to fictional cults. Because
Oh, you were talking about charisma. Most cults have a charismatic
I
leader.
think you have to have personality.
Yeah, no, you have to have, because there are people who try to start cults, and if you don't have that charismatic thing, and a lot of cult leaders have a thing where they can kind of tell they can tell what someone needs, and so that's where I said the love bombing and the sort of making you feel great, and then where you get sucked in with the brainwashing is if everything's doing great, it's because of us. If it's going bad, it's because of you. So you're just not devoted enough. So you start to feel in your head, hey, I gotta stick with these people because they're making my life better. And then they start to isolate you because it's a critic's thing. That's how they start with the attacks. Oh, you're like, I'm gonna use Gabe again. If he's in an exercise cult, and you start telling him, babe, he's making this weird, babe, leave him alone. They can start telling him, hey, no, Justin ain't really your friend. He don't really want what's best for you. Da 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 da. So
They
he's
lie.
So he's gonna cut you off. He's gonna
man.
He's gonna cut you off. Then he's gonna cut everybody else off that has a problem. Like we going back to Nature Boy. Before they came to Costa Rica, he told them to cut off all their family. He was a dumb cult leader. I don't even know how they fall for that.
I'm not calling him dumb. If you were following him, you are the biggest Hold on.
I don't like to
I had to catch
say
myself.
that anybody is dumb because anybody could be in a cult, but he was such a dumb cult leader. I don't understand how you couldn't see it was a cult.
He had charisma. He was cool. He said words. He seemed hard. I don't know. Hey, someone has been following something. They saw something in him and they was like, that guy, he knows the secrets.
One of the
of life.
guys said that he saw one of his YouTube videos, right? And he saw how many views was on the YouTube video. And he was like, well, he'd be telling the truth because he wouldn't have all these views if he wasn't speaking sense.
He let the numbers lie.
So do we think?
My nephews watch SNL Jeffy, which is the dumb puppet that cusses, and that has millions of views.
We will not tolerate any SML slander. Super Mario Logan is peak.
Right.
But I'm just saying,
That's the
if that has millions of followers, you can't say, oh, because it has millions of views, that
be
means
true.
he's saying something.
No.
that's
SML them got talent. Nature Boy bought bots. You could buy bots to run your views up, Just give it some time.
But I
You could
feel
buy
like
views too.
in order to follow him, you had to believe in what he was saying. You had to believe in the weird hoteppy nonsense.
Or if you're like me, you like a good running joke.
Yeah. That's a thing too.
You cut off your family.
No, I'm not listening to what he says.
Yeah,
but listen to him crash on the internet. Yeah, I do this in front of my kid. I was looking at him like,
I think
How is he
that's
not
what it is. People
in jail
like
yet?
the spectacle, but the people that flew all the way to Costa Rica, a whole other country, and cut off all their family. Some of them is the first time out of the country to go get a passport. Passport belongs to who's dropping out of college. And then when you get there, because they have this thing about, we're one community, you had to give him all your money. Because when a guy was like, oh yeah, when we got there, they asked for my debit card and my debit card code. I didn't even want to give my mama my code. I didn't even want to give my mommy my code. The woman who birthed me. And y'all want my code?
Nah, give me all your money. The money I spent working in the sun for? But don't make me beat you, but
Actually, that's why I could have never joined a gang.
Oh no, I get that. They say, hey, you gotta pay your dues. Dues? Nigga, go steal from somebody while you grabbing me?
I think I can do a gang because it'll be that way. I must just stand here like niggas beat me for nothing and I'll fight back. Ah!
No, but not just that. When someone go to jail and they come
they
home,
pool the resources to build
you gotta stay in your house, so you got this dude to sleep on your couch and you gotta feed them and do all this stuff. I'm like,
what? I look like a bed and breakfast? Is it a halfway house? But so the attack, so then that caused the isolation, and the reason it's just like an abusive relation. The reason they isolate them is because then you have no one else to depend on.
And no one else to help you think.
Right. So you're not thinking critically, and then it's easier to manipulate.
Influence.
So I saw a quote once. People are easy to manipulate. You just gotta sort of tell them what they want to hear. And it's easy if someone already believing to manipulate and to brainwash them into it. And a lot of people think they can't, but if you, over time, brainwashing is just you being worn down over time. And if you are isolated, like Gabe said, from anybody that got any critical thinking skills or telling you otherwise, and all you hearing is what the cult is saying, and you're not hearing any outside feedback, you start to believe that. And any doubts you have, you start to, a lot of cult members, cult elves say, they start to question themselves. You'll be like, this don't make no sense. But then you start to punish yourself internally, nah, dude, this ain't making no sense. But then it's no, you can't think like that because, you have to believe, or if you go to someone else in the cult, they can squash that belief. And they probably can talk because it's a network. They can tell the cult leader and they come and they can squash it. And then you start to question yourself, maybe you're not a true believer. Maybe da-da-da-da. And I have to commit harder. It starts to make you it messes with your mind. That's why it's so hard to get people out of cults. Because you're questioning yourself now.
I know a cult leader would hate to see me coming.
You say that, but if they come with the right thing, you wouldn't realize.
I think there's certain things you realize because it's
I think that anybody can be a part of a cult if you're just whatever if it's the right cult, the right beliefs, the right system.
You probably need a better setup than what you say, because I ain't gonna lie. If I in the gym and some guy, you so chopped,
not
you so big, bro. I'd be like, hey.
Okay,
get away from me.
There was the cult of the beautiful people. Remember the one I watched on Netflix? Netflix has a series called How to Be Serious is How to Be a Tyrant, How to Be a Mob Boss, How to Be a Cult Leader.
Tyrant?
So, and I forgot what they were called. What were they called? What were they called? The Butterfields? Okay.
Jamal doesn't know.
So... it was the beautiful people cult. So the cult was run by this guy named Jaime. How do you say James in Spanish? Jaime?
Hermes?
No, it's Jaime.
Okay.
Anyway.
To save my constitution, I won't say a word.
So he was a former, I forgot where he's from, but he came to Hollywood because he wanted to be a ballet dancer. Didn't work out. He also wanted to be an actor. Didn't work out. I think he did porn for a little bit and that didn't work out.
He just was trying everything.
He was trying
everything.
And then he kind of amassed this cult. Most of the people was creative, so it was a lot of actors, dancers, singers. He started offering these classes, like I said, for self-confidence to help you in auditions and all these different things, because everybody wants to have an edge in LA, and that's how he started. And then it turned into this spiritual thing, and people were in this cult for years, and it was crazy, the things he got them to do. Cult actors say, if you want a hard worker, get a former cult member, because they used to work in long hours with no pay, and they just go he had these dudes doing things they would like cook him breakfast, lunch, and dinner, organic, farm to table. They would like, he wanted massages. They learned how to do massages. He wanted to put on a ballet production. They built him a theater.
That's it.
They learned how to do ballet. Anything he wanted. He would do this thing where it was like, I would have a session with you and I would show you the light. And this guy was like, I just couldn't see the light. And eventually, like, he just like, I don't know, don't touch me. But he said he like slapped him in the head really hard and he saw the light. Wow. Turns out later it was like he was using like a little mini flashlight or something. Whatever. And he...
How is people falling for this stupidness?
It was the 80s. It was the 80s. Like, you want to believe it was a spiritual...
No, but some people
I'm saying it very simply because I don't want to... It's a lot of calls. But it was like the spiritual... If you're looking for something... And you feel empty and you have this void, and so it's now this spiritual is a spiritual belief, and it was like now they have to be. So it was like they were vegan. You didn't drink, you didn't smoke, you exercised your body, and they did all these things. So he made them feel a way, and then you also how leaders are. You feel special if the leader takes,
Interesting.
He gives you attention, basically.
That's how they end up, with the sex slave and stuff. Because a lot of dudes, he was out here saying that, he wasn't gay and he was celibate, because he's a monk. And the dude was like, but hold up, because we've been in like a sexual relationship for like 10 years. So I don't understand why you out here lying to the people. And then he found out he was taking advantage of these young people. It was like a lot of craziness that was going on. And he would do, he wanted to stay beautiful. You had to be beautiful. So he would get plastic surgery. But before he got it, right? Because you don't want to mess up your face. He would have his members get it to see how it would look on them. And if it looked right, then he would go get it. I am never that devoted to somebody. I'm not going under the knife for you.
Tactical.
Hey man, these people have all the answers.
Let me know if it look good, babe. That ugly as hell. What? That's permanent? Damn. I ain't doing that. Anyways.
Chin implants, jaw, lips.
So what is some of going off from real cults to some of the make-believe cults that...
We could come back to the hardcore real cults, but y'all, I'm thirsty, so I'm gonna hand off real cults. We have any water?
A cult that I know for a fact exists.
What?
I'm not gonna say Dragon Ball Z because I don't think it's a Dragon Ball Z cult.
Why?
But them niggas who like Goku?
Goku Glazers.
Yeah, I'm gonna call them the Goku Glazers moving forward. Something is wrong with them. Something is genuinely wrong with them because they believe he can't be beaten in a fight. When I watch the Dragon Ball Z episodes, y'all see the regular. Y'all see the regular ki blast, the fighting. The whole thing of Goku is martial arts, right? So we see a little bit of everything. We see striking, we see grappling, we see groundwork.
I mean, you don't see that much after the Saiyan saga.
Not just that, we barely see Goku ever grapple. If anything, he's put people in grapples. Remember the situation with Raditz?
Yeah.
The full Nelson? Yeah. That's a grapple technique. Yeah. He's gotten grappled before by Frieza. What did he do? He bit that man's tail.
Yeah.
He's gotten grappled by another character. A lot of them get grappled and they have this thing where you get grappled, you just go Super Saiyan, and whoever was grappling you is now off you.
For sure.
Y'all ever actually grappled somebody and they do that foolishness? It don't work. I tried.
It's on the floor.
I was one of those
Goku
fanboys.
But yeah, them brothers who like Goku a little too much, I say if you take away the strength and the flying from Goku and you put him in an actual fighting anime, let's say King and Ashura, do you think Goku wins? My friend dead behind looked me in my eye and said, yes. I told him, my bet is Goku comes across one genuine grappler. Remember, this is a fight. He can't go Super Saiyan. There's no powering up. He comes across one grappler and loses. Cosmo Imai would put that brother on the ground.
Well, I gotta somewhat
disagree. Yeah, because he was a Goku fucking. He was a Goku Glazer.
Let me tell you why I said that.
Tell me why you disagree.
No, because I was saying you watch Dragon Ball.
I didn't watch Dragon Ball.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. So
grapples there?
No.
Say something.
Well,
if he don't green, ain't got no grappling
actually he does
Tell me where.
because in the second world tournament when he fought Tien shit on Tien grew on 4 arms and had him sort of like in a full Nelson.
I said, has Goku grappled somebody?
No.
And what did he do to escape that grapple from Tien Shinhan? It better be something I could do in a real life fight.
Jamal would
There
like to
is
say-
no, I
Jamal
went
would like to
Super
add-
Saiyan.
Jamal, I'd like to add something to this.
Goku was beating niggas' ass in Dragon Ball.
Here comes the next one.
And describe to me how he was doing it. He was striking them, right?
No.
Goku,
He was
No, in
striking them.
Dragon Ball, it was way more based on martial arts than the beam struggles, bro.
Goku was a straight demon in Dragon Ball. Yeah, he had on Black Air Forces in Dragon Ball.
How?
If you watch Dragon Ball,
Oh my father, Lord. He sound like one of them.
You can be strong, but give up a valid point.
No, and I keep my friends say I have a valid point. But when you say, but Goku could be anybody. I said,
I don't agree with that.
That's a very valid point.
See, the thing is, in Dragon Ball Z, he was fighting aliens. So if you fighting regular guys, like if you fighting in King and Ashura, then it's a whole different type of move you got to do.
You mean they use techniques that are actually real martial arts?
Yeah. And in Dragon Ball, Goku
Is ki blast and punch.
No, it wasn't much
Goku-
key
it
blast
wasn't
in
key
Dragon
blast
Ball.
in
That's what
Okay,
I'm telling
it's
you.
punch, kick, get grappled, go Super Saiyan, escape the grapple.
But ain't no
and then
Super
keep punching.
Saiyan, ain't no Kaioken in Dragon Ball. That's what I'm saying. It's more about martial arts.
Guys, I don't think y'all. What I'm trying to say
Watch Dragon Ball.
is Goku can't grapple.
Okay,
I
that
love how
may be
y'all
true.
proving Gabe's point that y'all Goku dudes are like straight
No,
blazers.
my thing ain't the Goku thing. My thing is you
You're
saying
proving your point.
I'm not saying he can't fight. I'm not even saying he's weak. He can hang. But I'm saying, what has this man done in a grapple situation that you could do in real life that would actually get you out of that grapple situation?
okay, I would have to
Going
go.
Super Saiyan is not an option. Shut that up.
Okay, but I'm saying he did not in Dragon Ball when it was more based on martial arts. And
Yeah.
he didn't grapple, but he broke grapples. It was like it was a no.
Describe to me how.
Hold on, I gotta pull it up.
If it involves him powering up or throwing dust in it, if he bit them, it don't count. Because if I got you in an arm lock and you bite me, I can be real. I punch you in the back of your head. Guess what you doing?
Why not? I bite someone to get
I
a
just want to say,
grapple.
I hate to be devil's advocate again, but
Go ahead.
Tyson did bite your boy, and that stopped the fight.
Oh, no.
He didn't win the fight, but hey, it worked.
Tyson
It was effective.
is a bruiser, a
was
striker,
effective.
if you will. And this
Yeah,
was
he got
boxing.
them hands, he got
In
them
boxing,
hands.
you're only expected to strike, but you only strike with your hands.
Yeah.
You ain't kicking nobody. You ain't spin kicking nobody.
That's
No.
MMA.
This isn't a grapple technique.
No, but you see, he's doing on ground. He's doing almost a leg lock.
This is a. Did he BTN using this?
no.
Meaning the grapple was mid. It didn't work. He tried to grapple and it was mid. And like I said, he can't grapple. If he gets put in a good grappling scenario, I think a triangle choke would do the situation.
Yeah, he
Goku
forfeit.
goes
He can
down
forfeit.
and all the fanboys around the world would
That's
probably
what I
blow this
show.
planet to smithereens.
They say-
This ain't real. He can't lose like that. Yes, he can.
No, but all I'm saying is I ain't saying win and lose. I just saying Goku in early Dragon Ball when it's more based on martial arts.
Right. Instead of
Yeah,
theatrics.
we don't know as an adult if the writer had more focused more on hand to hand, what it would have been. That's all I'm saying.
It's always been, I get put in a grapple, I go Super Saiyan, I either go Super Saiyan, or I bite them, or I mythically, magically teleport out of their arms. That's another thing that always used to bug me. You get caught in the grapple, he got you now. You ain't go, I say, okay, hold on. Whenever they vanish like that, they say it's them moving incredibly quick, correct? They never say it's them just like phasing out of them.
Right.
If the grapple is around, if Frieza's tail is wrapped around your neck, and you teleport like that,
Yeah.
did you teleport up or down to escape that? You can't teleport up because the tail could go like that. You can't teleport down because you're gonna get hanged and Frieza's gonna choke you. How did you get out of that? And don't say you went forward neither, because you just made the choke even tighter. Exactly. Y'all don't analyze his fighting stuff like I analyze his fighting stuff.
No, but he did grapple with Frieza because he was grabbing Frieza's tail.
And then he bit him.
Yeah, he bite him.
Yeah.
So you can't bite in the grapple?
Anything
you're not
goes.
supposed.
Anything goes. Anything goes. You fight.
Okay,
it's
yeah.
a planetary
It wasn't
fight.
no tournament of power. You can't do this.
Anything
I'm
goes.
just saying he can't grapple, and I will die on that hill.
I'm a part of the Goku Cup.
Yeah, I know. And all of you guys are. I'm the only one that ain't. And then I catch y'all. Actually, Goku's been grappling since. No, shut up.
Okay, so
Shut.
what cult you part of when it comes to fictional characters?
He's a part of the Goku Hater Club.
No, I am the Anime Realist Club. I don't look at, he's my favorite character, so he can't lose. I look at the
Did
statistics.
you just say anime and realist in the same sentence?
Anime realism. I look at the statistics. I look at his
Anime's
win-to-fight
not about
ratio.
realism.
I look at his techniques. I look at his training, and I say, this nigga can't hang with him. Okay, here's another conversation in the anime community that gets everyone feeling some type of way. Kid Neji versus Kid Rock Lee. Who wins? I say Rock Lee.
I say Rock Lee.
Now, there's an online disagreement going on, and they say Neji dogs walk him. Now, don't get me wrong.
I mean, he does to a certain degree.
No, hear me out.
If he don't open up the 6 gates.
Neji dog walks Kid Lee. I mean, like they when there was kids tuning exams. If the tuning exams happen instead of Lee versus Gara, and they chose Lee versus Neji, who do you think wins? I still say Rock Lee.
No, because let me tell you why I wouldn't say Rock Lee. Because
Tell me why. I want to hear it.
Because Rock Lee's technique is based on him basically burning out himself, and Neji fights more tactically. So he going for a chakra point. So basically it's like Neji it'll be a war of attrition because in order for Rock Lee to sort of get around the whole gentle fist things, he would have to go 6 gates.
Okay, now let me tell you why Lee wins. And it's not just because I love Lee as a character. Lee is faster than Neji. You agree or disagree?
Yes.
I agree, yeah.
Yes.
Do you remember when he first opened the gates and Neji's sentence was, "This is Lee, but how, but when?" Do you know what that indicates to me? That indicates they haven't fought since they were kids. Neji's been dog walking him this whole time since they were kids. Meaning this new Lee with the 8 gates, he never fought that guy.
No, but
Neji would have smashed.
No, but he didn't just learn the 8 gates.
Well, no, he didn't just learn it. No,
he
didn't know it. Remember when him and Neji used to fight when they were just kids and Neji was dog? He was cutting me up all the time.
I'm saying it was a grab because they would spar.
Yeah.
Obviously,
Lee loses.
Yeah, but
when he was younger,
open up the gates.
Yeah, at that time he didn't know it.
No, because you forget.
I say this is the
he had to get permission from Guy to
take off the weights,
start taking off the weight, and start using the gates. So of course him and base versus Neji.
It's not base, it's the description of it. I say this is Shunin exams, meaning we don't know Rock Lee could open the gates yet. We know, but we don't know the rotation from Neji yet. But at the same time, I ain't gonna lie, Naruto beat rotation with a kunai. I think Lee could punch through that. You call me crazy? Call me crazy. Now that one ain't based off a fact. No, that is a fact. He beat rotation with a kunai. Remember the fight when he hit the kunai? The two of them was laying down. That was a regular, not a powered up kunai. That wasn't even with a cloak. Not even a tailed cloak. Yeah. He did that raw. Lee could punch through that.
I agree, but I feel like Kishimoto did Neji dirty.
He did everybody
dirty.
He did
Neji
dirty. Yeah. But Lee was training to beat Neji that whole time, so I think he could beat him. So
he also didn't know, he didn't know. He said, "This is Lee," but how? But when? That power at that time, him fighting Gar was unprecedented. Meaning, if that fight happened right then and there, Neji'd been like, "Yeah, man, it's gonna be easy." I always
I feel like Neji at that time was just a more technical fighter, bro.
Yeah.
That's where the difference begins. Because if Lee trying to go all balls out, I just gotta.
He wouldn't go off rip. He'd probably start with the weights, and if he could, I think him without the weights faster than Neji. If he just needs more power. Let me tell you something. When Lee opened the gates, I have, and here's the thing: it's accounted for in this. When Lee opened the gates, Neji had to turn on his Byakugan. Okay, that's not impressive. Okay, Kakashi opened his Sharingan to watch Lee's movements.
Yeah.
Kakashi only used to use that to watch people he know for far faster than him so he can anticipate their movements. I ain't saying at that time Lee with the gates was faster than Kakashi because Kakashi can open a gate or two. I think one.
I think I'm saying 2 to 4.
No, if you have to turn on your special eye and say, "Hold on, I can't see. I can see it now." That brother was fast enough for a Byakugan user to turn on the eye. He was fast enough for a Sharingan user to turn on the eye. I don't know what more speed feats you need.
No, I'm not disputing the speed feats. All I'm saying is it would be a battle of attrition and Neji just have to outlast Rock Lee.
You ain't outlasting. You see,
but that's how Gara win.
No, Gara didn't win because of outlast. I can be real. Plot. I genuinely call this plot armor. Who do you think is surviving getting punched around in a circle like that? Oh, the sand cushion is fall. So what I'm hearing is any other nigga he fought without sand would have gotten their bread mashed. Okay, cool. After he gets punched straight down, what cushions his fault? Don't say rotation. Don't say rotation.
Neji?
After he gets hit and lotus, like punched around like how Gara did with no sand armor. So this is raw fist to skin contact and no sand to land on. How does he land and not be like, I'm not getting back up? And it can't be
No, you
rotation.
can use the air pump.
He didn't have air pump at the time. These are them with kids. Tuning exams. No air pump.
But
Okay,
Gara-
but the whole recovery mission didn't happen that long after the whole tuning exam.
Yeah, but he still didn't have air pump yet. This is tuning exams. And this is the argument that people is freak out on. Oh man,
Right.
Neji wins. I stopped arguing online because I say, y'all just saying this because some of y'all is, let me be more broad. There's no such thing as a Goku Glazer. But there is such a thing as a character Glazer. Some of these people love Neji so much. They don't care how much he's lost. They don't care his feet. They don't care. Neji wins no matter what. You could put Neji versus One Punch Man. I assure you, a Neji Glazer will be like, well, if One Punch Man serious punching, he rotation him. He could shut down each chakra points. And, that's a completely different anime. One Punch Man ain't got that. You're getting punched. I'm sorry. He's a gag character. He's meant to beat
I mean, I
people in
think
one
just
hit.
ultimately Kishimoto was Rock Lee beat Sasuke, and then is Neji. Do you think Sasuke at that time was on the same level as Neji, or Neji was a little bit stronger?
Neji was definitely stronger than Sasuke around that time.
But I
He didn't
think-
have no curse mark. That on Neji has more feats.
I don't think so.
You don't think so? Tell me why.
Because Gara's supposed to be Kage level, really, if you think about it.
If we get
But
technical,
if you think about it, in the tuning exam, he's supposed to be Kage level, but he have plot armor. Well,
Yeah.
Neji's supposed to have plot armor, and Naruto's supposed to have plot armor. If you
yeah,
think
but when
about
they
it.
fought and plot armor went against plot armor, Naruto's plot armor won.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. He's supposed to be Gara's supposed to be stronger because he has the tail beast, or he has
Single
more
tail
control of
beast.
tail beast.
Yeah, that was also another thing stacked against.
Because he should have beaten Naruto, and they was using him as like the secret weapon to beat everyone.
Yeah, that on. I could be real. If Gara did crash out at the tournament that day and did transform into Shikaku, you
He
think
should've been
Sasuke
there.
was gonna? I'm a Chidori, this giant. You're gonna get killed, and I'm gonna watch. No.
He should have.
Anyway,
But yeah,
let's get
character glazers. Stand down and stop foaming at the mouth. Those are cults. And if you
That's
sit
not
down
a
and
cult, baby.
if
That's
you
a
see
fandom.
how they fight and foam at the mouth, that's a cult.
That's okay.
fandoms are
No,
literally
so
cults.
that's here's the thing. I think like hardcore
It's under a belief that
fandom.
Goku can't be beat. You say it's based
Okay.
on beliefs. Goku can't be beat.
I wouldn't call it a cult. Now
Hardcore
you
fandom.
have fandoms that can be fandoms can turn into stans, and if you don't know what a stan is, the Eminem song "Stan" talked about like a sort of really like hardcore fan that was obsessed with him, and that's where the term stan come from, which apparently the young people didn't know, which made my head hurt. But
They wouldn't know the songs.
Yeah,
wouldn't know the song, right?
They don't know, but my tea's gone
no,
cold.
they know
I'm
the term
wondering why.
stands, but they don't know where it comes from. It's like, how you saying things and don't know where they come from? But
Yeah,
anyway,
'cause
but
every
then
song
they
come
want
from
us
TikTok
old
to them.
people.
Yeah.
They'd be like, how come y'all old people don't know where our slang come from? Nigga, shut up. Anyway, so you have stand-ups. And I would think like your Goku Glazes, as you call it, that's a stand-up. Like K-pop stand-ups or like the Beehive. Them niggas insane. That's a cult.
Yeah.
That is a cult.
And the
Them and the
Navy.
Barbs, that's a cult.
And the Navy.
The Navy.
Yeah,
Rihanna,
Rihanna, yeah.
No, Rihanna Navy, I feel bad for them because
didn't
they
know
they just want an album and Mama ain't making no more music. Let it go.
But she making baby.
She making babies.
So Rihanna have a
Yeah, her stands is the
Oh, the
Navy.
Navy. No, you know who's a cult? The Army, and that's BTS stands. They insane. I think a lot of K-pop standums are like culty.
I think the worst
And the
one is
Swifties too.
Nicki Minaj.
The Barbs. Oh, we
Yeah,
can't.
they have a cult.
Oh no, the Barbs
no.
are
I've
insane.
encountered a few. That's a cult.
Do you think the Barbs are worse or the Beehive?
The
Barbs.
Barbs.
One of the Beehives end careers. bro.
Because whenever I get into a conversation
No,
with
the
the bar,
Beehives, like, girl, they ended Carrie
Yeah,
Hilson's
that's what I'm
career.
saying.
Yeah.
But no, the Barbs nowadays are worse
Barbs
because
are insane, bro.
Nikki has
For
gone
no
full
reason,
MAGA
bro.
and they still support that.
I've seen the Barbs go after politicians before she went MAGA.
That's insane.
I ain't
So
sure
she-
about it.
So what did we learn today?
So we didn't even really talk about the good coats.
Bro,
What good coach?
Team Plasma?
Oh no, you asked about, so like I was looking at the rundown, like information control. We talked about that. Like they control what information comes in, obviously. Like with Scientology, they actually put something on their members, like well, the members allow them to, laptops, computers, all of that filters out certain internet sites so you can't see certain things. And like with certain cults, you're only allowed to watch certain things. And like, so like the cults you have on, like we did the Branch Davidians. You talked about Heaven's Gate because you talked about Kool-Aid. Heaven's Gate was formed in like the 60s by Marshall Applegate and Bonnie Nettles. Guess where they met?
In the Bahamas?
Oh no, girl. They met in a psychiatric hospital while he was a patient and she was his nurse.
So it's basically he's a Joker.
Yeah. I knew that like quick. She introduced him to the sort of. So here's the thing you need to know about the 60s and the 70s. Like right after like when the hippie movie popped up. That's when cults really boomed because people were looking for something to believe in, and you had all of the cults, just like Children of God, Jonestown. Like the cults was just vibing. So like they met, they had this belief. The belief was that, you know, our bodies, one day we would shed them and ascend or whatever, right? But you would ascend to like an alien life form, an alien ship up in the sky. And when she died, she didn't ascend. So like a lot of times with cult leaders, like they love these prophecies and things, whatever, and they got to switch it up. So he was like, he came up, he had this ring on and he was like, I'm married to her, but you know, all of y'all are married to me, so we're all our commitment to each other. And so once again, they didn't drink, they didn't smoke, they ate food, and they had a thing, they no sex, so you had to like train yourself. And what he did, trigger warning, and I just want to see Gabe's face when I say this.
I'm not gonna make the fans.
So to control their sexual urges, they castrated themselves.
This is powerful.
And they castrated themselves. And so there was a cult for a while. They made money like making web pages or whatever. Then they decided the Haley Bob comet was coming. That's when the ship was coming, and that's when they had to ascend. So, you know, they also, uniformity is a big thing in cults. That's why they all dress alike. You know, they all live together. You put your money together. It's also part of the isolation. And so what they did, their mixture that they had, I think, was Kool-Aid, vodka, because somehow they thought the vodka would help it go down easier. I'm like, have you ever tasted vodka?
Kool-Aid with vodka?
Kool-Aid, vodka, cyanide. Was it cyanide or was it Jonestown? I think they used cyanide. Listen, I'm trying to keep it all straight, man. It was some sort of poison and sodium something. And so there was someone who was a nurse, so she administered to everybody. And then she drank it last and laid down in the bed, put the thing over, they put a cloth over their head. And then they just passed on. And there was a guy who actually was left behind. And he was like, well, I can't go. And they're like, because we need somebody to call the cops. We need somebody to let everybody know about our mission.
So why they chose him?
Lucky.
I don't know, man. Maybe they rock, paper, scissors,
Because how are you going to explain
they
this?
talked to him.
You didn't do it. I didn't do it. They actually just did it to
they
themselves.
talked to the dude, and he is still upset. He's like, he still believes. All these years later, he still believes.
So if he still believes, why you just don't put the mixture, put the blanket over his feet?
Because he's scared of the light.
Oh, man.
And then in Jonestown, so Jim Jones, for me, it was small. He was always about preaching and whatnot. And they said he was out here, you know, like he would kill animals, sign of a serial killer, and he would have funerals for them.
Not a sign of a serial killer, it's a sign of a funeral.
No. Literally, one of the signs of serial killers is if they're killing small animals. That's one of the signs of like a sociopath, psychopath. Most serial killers
could go one of two ways, though.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
But he would have, it's like you just find a dead animal and have a funeral, but no, he had to kill the animal and then have the funeral for it. So he would always talk about wanting to be a preacher, but he grew up poor. Daddy was a vet. Came back from the war, injured and obviously psychologically damaged. He was alcoholic, all these things. So he started his own church and he would code switch to fit like what you need. So like if you like, you know, when he was with black people, it was that like hype sort of like, you know, Baptist minister thing. With college students, he would talk about like philosophy and Kafka and Nietzsche and all these other, I'm saying that wrong probably, all these other things to get people to come in. He would also perform miracles. Now, sometimes it would work, sometimes it wouldn't. So he would fake some miracles. And I don't understand how you saw this and didn't know it was fake. So someone would come and he'd be like, oh, they have cancer. And he'd place healing hands and then they cough up a growth. That's not how cancer works. And it would be like chicken cutlets or something. And he would be
Raw?
like... Raw! So they come with blood and chicken cutlets.
I was saying the only way it would look like that is if it came out raw. Because it gotta be the same
But
thing.
who sees that and be like, yeah, he cured cancer. But he would tell his sisters to let nobody get too close. And if they get too close, you gotta take that and you gotta eat that. Sir? I don't like people that much. And he was just, once again, they were working all these long hours. They were giving all their money to the church because it was for the greater good. Yes, Gabe, the cults take your money. They always went into the pool for the greater good.
Like I say, the cult would hate to see me coming. So when they say, this nigga don't give us no money, and I never will. Right? And I never will.
I can be the cult because when you, first of all, anybody can control you. You don't can tell me what to eat, what to wear, when to do it, all that. Anyway, so with Jim Jones.
Slavery over. The time for people telling me what to do is over.
For sure.
The only person I obey right now, and it's because I get paid, is where I work.
Right. So Jim Jones, he was all this preaching and all this whatever. He also started to get into drugs, and he was having affairs with his congregation, male and female. It was the 70s. And then it was a lot of abuse of power. So an article was coming out that, he was being wild, and he was like, oh, I gotta get out the States. So that's why he decided to go to Guyana, not because, whatever. But theirs comes with where we talk about the deny and attack. He was like, we need to go to Guyana because these people don't understand us and they attacking us and the mission, we just want everybody, because he would bring black, white, purple, brown, gay, all this together. And so they went to Guyana. He lied to them. He was like, you come down here and it's a paradise. I was coming to the Caribbean. It's a paradise. And you could grow your own food and we could have our own whatever. And also, the guy needs to let them come because they needed the money. Then they get here and realize they couldn't grow anything because the soil was rocky. He wasn't having individual family houses. He was living in barracks. Also, when you got there wasn't no we relax and chill. He was working these long, hard hours. And then they were saying throughout the night, as he got more paranoid, you couldn't even really sleep because throughout the night he would be blasting his sermons all night because he was high, and so he'd just be up preaching and you couldn't sleep because he was on LSD, PCP, meth, coke, crack. Every drug, he just was taking it all. Also, you couldn't leave because when they got there, they took their passports. Gabe would have fight somebody.
I wasn't fighting nobody. You wasn't getting my passport.
And if you didn't give over your passport,
I guess I'm not going. How do you force?
We getting there.
They could get guns?
They have guns. So they had
I wouldn't let it get to that point.
They had armed guards with the AK-47. So they love a good AK-47. So you couldn't leave. When people tried to escape, they were bringing them back and they were reprogrammed. That's what they said. They were reprogrammed. If you didn't behave, they would go into the therapy chamber. Basically, they shoot you up with, I forgot what it was. It wasn't cyanide because you'd be dead. It was some sort of sedative or whatever. Anyway, family members were like, "Listen, this is weird. We can't hear from him. Could you please get him?" So they went to Leo Ryan, who was I think a senator in San Francisco, and he went down there, right, to see what's up. Obviously, it's when, family coming over and your mommy tell you, you got to clean my house and everything, got to look at, you got to be in the best behavior. That's basically what they did. So they put on a show. It was very nice. And people was like, oh, I love living here. It's so great. Me and Marla please, God, I diet. And he was like, this is amazing. They're so great. But reporters are dumb. Somebody slipped the reporter, and then the NBC reporter, a note that's please help us get out of Jonestown. Now you think they'd be like, all right, cool. Let's take this note. Let's go to Leo Ryan, show it to him, and let's get these people up. You know what the reporter did with the note? Okay, what do you think the reporter did with the note?
He read it, and they got a SWAT team, and they say, we gotta save these guys. And then they bursted through the ceiling and the windows. They arrested the evil man. They saved the people who were reprogrammed. And they all live happily ever after.
I love that for you. No. He took the note to Jim Jones and was like, what do you say about this? What do you think about this? And Jim Jones was like, I don't know. There's always a few bad apples, but everybody's free to leave.
That would have been a torturous night because I know his first thought was, full-time witnesses. And the minute he figure it out, after they leave, yeah, man, y'all take care.
So
and then he turned around. What are y'all getting y'all behind? Cut.
Oh, yes, right. So then he was like, okay, fine. If they want to leave, they can leave. The ones who want to leave, let them go. That's cool. Everything cool, we good. So they all went to the airport. They was in the plane. You know, they was about to leave. Everything was good. And then out of nowhere, all these niggas in like Jeeps come out of the bushes and just start spraying bullets. Like, there's literally tape of it because the NBC cameraman was recording, and you see him like dying. You see like as he's dying, so the blood it's insane. And then Jim Jones is like, now listen. So we didn't shoot up a government official. They coming for us. So what we gonna do? Remember what I said about that mass suicide? We gonna drink this Flavor Aid. He was too cheap to even get them the real thing. It was even Kool-Aid. It was Flavor Aid, which is like the off-brand Kool-Aid. We could drink this and have cyanide in. Let's go. Now, the people that did not want to drink it were forced to drink it at gunpoint. Or they held them down and they shot them, like they gave them a shot. So trigger warning. And the babies, they were like ripping them out of their mother's arms and like shooting them up with the cyanide Kool-Aid mixture. So that's why people say it wasn't really a mass suicide. It was more like a mass murder.
Hey, this is an 18+ episode, right?
I was about to say, this is a dark episode.
This guy.
And then with that was a great story,
And
Archie.
it ended with him, he kind of swallowed his gun.
He swallowed his gun and
I don't want to say, okay, he killed himself. He unalived himself. So we talked about him.
Now you want to use appropriate words.
I'm
no,
sorry.
man. Get back to them.
The next time we do this, we'll talk about Keith Raniere and Axiom, but that's enough darkness.
yes. That's enough darkness. And
So
I
what did we
feel-
learn today?
We learned that there's things that Goku
Kate don't
has
like
a
them Goku
cult.
Glazers.
We know that Archie probably knows too much
About
about
cults?
cults. And then we know that I have identified cults, but according to people, they ain't cults. We will dive into this a little bit more.
Gabe, what have you learned today? What did you learn today, Gabriel?
Pokemon Black and Black 2 and White 2 are the best video games ever. And I
Actually,
feel
I agree with that.
yeah, I love that. I love Uniform.
You
I
agree
love
with
Gen
that?
5.
Yeah.
But at the same time, Team Plaza
That's
wasn't
a-
nothing to mess with. But
That was the last Pokemon game.
Jamal
I played.
disagrees that
not the
Pokemon
last.
Black.
Hey, hold on. Let's see if his opinion genuinely matters. Are you a Gen 1er?
No, I think.
Okay, his opinion matters. Keep going.
I think Gen 2 was the best one.
I love
Gen 2 was
yeah,
nice.
yeah,
I'm not going to deny him. Gen 2 was nice.
Yeah.
I love Gen 5 though. Why? The DNA splicers. Kyurem White is
don't
just
think-
gold.
okay.
Yeah.
What did I learn today? I learned today that I know way more about cults than I need to.
And you have the flowers on your hand too.
What I learned in high school
You want the camera up? What the camera up? Why you got these flowers on your hand?
Because I wanted to. I was feeling flowery today, and it matched my shirt.
Ah.
No, I do watch a lot of true crime and cult. So the reason why I like cults is I kind of like to know like how people brain work and belief system. So like I like to learn about religions, and then that led me to learning about cults.
You know, you can take psychology, right?
I was never interested in psychology though. But I just like I like to learn about
You should
religious
take some
stuff.
psychology
And the religion
classes,
led
you know?
into me learning about cults.
Theology.
Yeah.
Absolute cinema.
And
Hold on.
community and announcement. I have one.
Go ahead.
Good.
Okay, so one. Your girl is now newly employed.
Okay.
Put in the sound effect to have people clapping.
Clapping stuff.
Is that
What are you doing?
I'm not saying where it is.
Okay. Is it in government?
I'm not saying.
Okay, that's yes.
Okay.
I didn't say where it is.
Okay,
I might
yeah.
work for a secret agency. And also,
Sam, I work for secret agency.
I have been chosen as one of the directors for one of the plays in Short Tales this year.
Okay, nice. Do you want to disclose what's the title?
Oh, the play is called Drop in the Ocean.
What?
Drop in the ocean. I'm excited. I want you guys to come watch the SIP is in September. I think it's September 12th to October 12th. I'll have to check on those dates, but I want you guys to come watch my directorial debut.
For sure. Drop
sorry.
those dates.
Does anyone else have any community announcements?
I graduated foundation year, so
I saw a
camera.
picture of you. That was so I
we're
did.
tearing it up.
Yeah, came for graduate foundation. I got married.
Congratulations! I feel like I told you this already. We've talked about this.
Yes.
I was there. I was on the podcast. I watched you guys.
he said
I
you-
saw y'all went live.
Yes.
Okay, I missed that. Did I miss that?
Yeah, you probably did.
This guy.
This guy.
So, yeah, so Two of our cartoons back in full effect. Y'all gonna hear more from us after the annual pool party.
Oh, God, yeah, that's when in August?
Yeah. No, because, you know, we always have the tradition where, you know, those episodes. You know which episodes specifically me and you did before or after?
Oh yeah, that's actually
that's
I think that's been the most consistent.
Yeah.
Like after Gigo Pool Party, yeah, we'll have an episode tonight. Before, yeah. It's
Either
also
before, it's either
It's usually after.
no, we either do a pre-cap or a post-cap. Me and Gid for the last like 4 or 5
Yeah,
years.
I'm usually missing for some. No, I was there. I was there for the post cap on the last one because we talked about PG and his unicorn cup and how he just was gone.
Yeah. Okay.
oh, I also probably going to start streaming sometime mid-August.
Yeah.
I just need a capture card. I
Yes.
do one. That's all I need.
And also,
Anyone want to tell me what?
for sure. And as usual, stay tuned for all the latest updates. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, The Original People Network.
And you can also subscribe to my Instagram @HeroDecimus. I'm going to start cooking things up. I swear.
Yeah.
Crack? Are you cooking crack? Are you cooking meth?
You can cut the episode now.
Anyway,
You can turn that off.
see y'all later.
See y'all later.
Turn it off.
I promise we can have another episode soon. Ain't gonna go on delay. Yeah, you see.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, fire!
Watching cartoons separates you from others.